Hello, good evening everyone. Julia Branco here, your Norwex independent consultant. And today, Cinderella is going to be tackling some tough stains on costumes. Obviously, our stain removers are gonna work on all kinds of things, but we have some messy children. Well, actually, I made some stains too myself, but this was my son Andrew's costume, and he wore this to trunk or treat. And we have some mystery stuff here. We have some grass stains on the knees. Just, some life happened. He had a great time at trunk or treat. And then he was a stormtrooper and I was Princess Leia. Okay, but when I took off my costume, as you can see, I got some makeup here and here. And white stuff is difficult to get stains out of, right? Because of the light color. So I always am going to pre-treat my stains with our stain remover. And I want to show you guys a couple of tips with that. Is I always am going to use my rubber brush to rub in that stain remover and kind of get it all rubbed in, let it sit for a little while. And then I can also soak with my Bright and White. This is a bleach alternative, so to speak, that is free of harmful chemicals, okay? So this stuff works like you would use a bleach, but it's color safe as well. So I'll use this whenever I have heavily stained things. You'll add a scoopful in with your laundry, or you can soak it in a basin to kind of pre-treat before you laundry. But I'm gonna get this kind of going here, and I'm gonna see if I can tilt this so you guys can see. So here I have just kind of gotten it wet, and you can see my stains here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the stain remover, and it's a thick gel-like, as you guys can see on there. I am just gonna put it on pretty generously to those stains. And then I'm gonna get this brush wet. Make sure your brush has been rinsed out. You don't want to brush it with like a dirty brush, right? From your, and then I'm just gonna rub that in. Now you can use your hand too, but I always like using this brush. I feel like it really just does a good job of getting those stains out. And you can see how it's already lightening it. So awesome. That's what we're going for. And where's that other one here? And we're just gonna get it nice and agitated, and then we'll set that to the side. Now, this is the one that's gonna be trickier. You guys know grass stains are totally difficult to treat, right? Especially if you have sports players, kids who are, sliding baseball pants, those white or light gray pants. I know my kiddos always wear gray, which are still just about as bad as the gray ones, or the gray ones are just about as bad as the white ones. But here we're gonna just rub this in and let it just kind of take away those stains. And I will be sharing some before and after pictures too as well. But I just kind of get those worked in on those. And most of the time they're pretty much coming out before I even pop them in the washer. Okay, so I'll do some more work on this, and then I will definitely show some before and after. So whenever I'm getting ready to do my laundry, I am going to use one of three types of detergents. So we have our powder, and this is gonna be the most cost effective. This is absolutely my favorite. It is a detergent that is free of phosphates, sulfates, chlorine, bleach, fillers, optical brighteners, animal testing, dyes, and fragrances. And this one is gonna give you the most bang for your buck. So you're going to use 1 teaspoon, and if you have a washing machine like mine, mine's a top loader, high efficiency washing machine. Now, I get asked a lot, do you just put the detergent right in your drum? I absolutely do, because that's how mine is set up. If you have a front loader with a drawer or a top loader with a drawer, usually there's a little cup thing that comes out for powder. Go ahead and follow those directions, or if you can't quite figure it out, you can put the powder directly into your drum. Sometimes I put it in before my clothes, sometimes I put it in after. Doesn't really matter. I never have noticed any detergent stains on my clothing, okay? So if you have a top loader, it's recommended to use 1 teaspoon. Front loader, you're gonna use half a teaspoon. And if you have a conventional washing machine, 1 tablespoon, okay? So that's how we're gonna use ours here in the US. I always tell people the directions on the back are for Europe. This is a Norwegian company, so started in Norway. And they have much harder water and their machines aren't as good of quality as ours. So for the last 15 years here in the US, those are the amounts that we've been using and recommending with great results. If you have really soft water, you can use less. If you have really hard water, you might want to use more, okay? Maybe you like liquid. We also have a liquid detergent. I would recommend 1 pump for a small load, 2 pumps for a medium to large load. This is gonna recommend 3 pumps. Again, same thing, better quality washing machines and not as hard of water as they have in Europe. This one is a little bit different. It's an enzyme-based detergent, so it's going to Pac-Man style eat away at anything causing those organic, stuff on your clothes. So food stains from like your grass. So this would be a good one for me to use on these stains as well. Okay. And then let's talk about people who love the convenience of the single-use pads or anything like that. We have our detergent strips. So these came out probably sometime earlier last year. And these are very, very convenient for those who like the ease of just popping something in there and you don't have to pre-measure it. So this is 1 strip and these dissolve in hot or cold water. 1 strip is what you're gonna use for a large load. If you have a smaller load, you're just gonna tear your strip in half. Okay, so tear it in half, just throw in half. The best thing about these is they are perfect for when you travel. So when you go on vacation, you can just pop this bag in your suitcase and it's ready to go. You don't have to worry about bringing a heavy powder or a liquid. If you use liquid, you can't travel with that easily. So these are so convenient for that. I absolutely love it. Even if you just need to hand wash a few things in your sink, you can just use half a sheet or a quarter of a sheet. Okay, so these are perfect for that. And then of course, that Bright and White booster for anything that's heavily stained, add a scoop in there to really boost your laundry and get those nice and clean. So I'm gonna get to work on the rest of my laundry and I will share some before and after pictures. Thank you all for joining me. Don't forget we have a mystery ghost party going on through this Saturday at midnight. So make sure you get your orders in. For every $25 you spend, you're gonna get 1 entry into win the entire host reward package, which is gonna be shopping spree money. So if you have a long wish list, you can order now and get some extra, hopefully, if you win the prize. If you spend $100, you're gonna get 5 entries. If you book a party or join, you're gonna get extra entries. So definitely consider that as well. And I hope you all have a lovely